Our exploration of Shelburne Farms has now taken us to really the heart of the operation here, and I think of that as the children's farmyard. And the farm barn is a place where all the educational activities are really sort of generated and radiated out into the landscape. And we're really lucky to have with us today the school programs coordinator for Shelburne Farms. It's Courtney Mulcahy. Welcome, Courtney. Thanks for being with us. Can you tell us a little bit about your job in this place?
Yeah, well, it sounds like you've had a fun day. And education is the thing that makes the implicit explicit. So all of the work that we're doing here on the farm, our education programs help to make that more visible. So here in the children's farmyard, people connect with their food and their fiber through meeting some animals, maybe going up and brushing a donkey, or getting to spin some rabbit wool into yarn and make a bracelet. So all of our programs are really there to help people understand and make those connections and foster that curiosity to deepen their learning and understandings of these topics that are at play all over the farm.
Earlier today, we were meeting with Sam Dixon down at the dairy, and I wonder how you use the dairy in your programs.
So the dairy especially is one, because also being close to the lake, we think a lot about the nutrients and the nutrient cycle and what's happening with students. So making sure that we are being good stewards of the lake as well, and tracking the nutrient cycle from the dairy all the way down to the lake is one thing that we'll do. We'll also think about the cows and how they're breaking down with the bacteria, the hay that they're eating, and how that bacteria breaks down, and then what happens to it, and how that might turn into cheese later on.
Well, how about the woodlands? We were up with Dana Bishop looking at the forests of Shelburne Farms. Is there ways that you weave those into your programs as well?
Well, one of our favorite things to do with younger students is to go and just find out who even lives in the forest, who and what lives there. So we like to roll over logs and look at the ecosystem, the little ecosystems that are happening under there. So thinking about decomposers or maybe salamanders and those macroinvertebrates that we would find under logs and that sort of thing, and what role they play in a forest. We also like to use the forest to think about maple sugaring, one of our favorite and most delicious programs, and how we're caring for the forest and how the ecology of the forest affects the final product of the syrup.
Sounds good. Hey, Courtney, what's your favorite program here at Shelburne Farms?
So my favorite programs are the ones where I get to eat something, where we get to go into the garden and pull out some food right from the garden or harvest it right there and then make something together as a group. A couple of years ago, we also did a program with Shelburne Community School where they were a salsa challenge, where they had to pick some ingredients, come up with their own salsa that they've then branded and marketed within their classroom, and came up, and they were so excited to try all these new different ingredients to put into their salsa, things that they would have never tried before. I find that with kids often. When they pick it right out of the garden and they harvest it themselves, there's nothing better, and they will eat things that you never thought they would touch before. So.
Wonderful, Courtney. It's clear you really love your job here at Shelburne Farms. And I'm a little envious of what you do and this beautiful place you get to work in. And the fact that you're working with the future as well, with all the people that come through here. So thanks so much for everything you're doing.
Thanks.